What's up guys, Nightingale here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about your worst nightmare. He's back! That's right, you thought you just escaped Gravedigger. The minecart ride gone wrong. Minecraft gone wrong? Yeah, Minecraft gone wrong. And you're slapped with the sad reality that here he is every 5 days. Well, let me tell you, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. So, you've been working on trying to get through Gravedigger originally on Interception S, and now you're here at EX. Now, EX is a little bit harder, but there is a little bit of hope at the end of this tunnel. This isn't that bad once you get established. And that's really going to be the key thing here, is getting established. And one thing we want to point out today is just kind of the core thing that you need to be watching out for, and it's really, really simple. We're going to blow up some rings. So I'm going to run through the run with you, and we're going to talk about the milestones and things you need to look for. And let me pull up the video real quick, and this one's a little more straightforward, not as much that you need to watch out for here, like train. This one's a lot easier. So let me bring up my video right here, and we have access to the to Gravedigger. So I've already done my runs today. Now my team for this is really just more of because I can team, not because it's supposed to be there. And I know somebody's probably itching to go after me in the comments going, Summer and East doesn't belong in this team. She's not good with the bunny girls. I know. Do you know why she's there? Because I want to look at something nice while I'm playing. I don't want to use the same team, even though it's 95% the same team. Because it's just Modernia is missing. I could literally do this with Modernia. It wouldn't matter. So this is what we are using. So, jump on into this. This one took me a few minutes to get a hold of when I started playing, because I was initially doing this on my phone. And here's the big red flag. Don't do this on your phone. This fight is extremely annoying on the mobile device. I brought this up a few times, and I'm going to bring up my tinfoil hat one more time because this is the last video that I'm going to bring up that's probably going to feature Gravedigger. So, yeah. Without 100% certainty, I cannot confirm or deny this, but my tinfoil hat is on right now, and we're going to talk about this real quick. If you're playing this on a mobile device, I almost have near certainty I can tell you that this thing is tracking your finger input slightly as you play and move around on your device. So if you move left, it's slightly pushing right. And the reason I noticed this is because one day I was just sitting there going, why does it feel like every time I push, he's pushing away from me? And I tried this multiple different times, resetting it, just seeing if it was the thing following me. No, I believe it's got a slight magnetic push to you on your mobile device. The difference is, here on PC, it's not registering the mouse input because it's not been programmed for the feedback, the touch input that is being sent to it. It's two different signals. The mouse is not tracked under that, so it doesn't feel like it's pushing away. Now, the reason why I say that tinfoil hat is probably just out there, and it might be it's just being me. Maybe it's just because with a mouse, I'm so much more accurate with moving that I don't feel like I'm, or maybe it's just because I feel like I'm able to oversteer. Now, you're gonna watch as we get in here. I'm gonna snap Noir, and you see I came way out over here. Let's just take a look at how far did I go. We popped out with Noir. We snapped way out here. Yeah, we go over to the shift button basically. So this is a really quick fight once you get gear, and if not, this is basically a how long can you play the mechanics. Now, a couple things you want to note as we go through this. Destroying the rings are your best friend. You will have a hurt of a time if you cannot get these rings broken. So the idea here is two things. Keep your burst gen as high as possible, so that's typically why we run a lot of shotguns on these things. And two, do a lot of damage so that it ends quickly. Now, I'm not really using a shotgun team. Noir is great for me. Summer Niece is putting in work, but most of my damage is coming off the Scarlet here. Now, I could technically turn this around and feature the Noir alt first on this team, but in my original setup of doing this, it was normally I had 2 of those drill bit things coming after me, and I used Scarlet to clear them off, is why Scarlet ended up going off first. In reality, I could probably put Noir up first now, and it doesn't even matter. But here, the cool thing is, as long as you break the rings, you get a second chance at the game. So, you will see many times throughout this where we will break the rings. And that's great, because every time we break rings, we can now fail a stage if we absolutely must. And a few times for me, because not everything is in a perfect world of being able to have the right ammo capacities and all this stuff, we're going to be able to clean up some of our mistakes. While this is a fast run, so there we've got the bits, and you're going to see I'm going to be able to get one, but I can't get the other, so I just pop and cover real quick, and we jump back in. Bursting is a big thing here, because bursting allows you to get these rings down really fast, and that's really where most of this damage comes from, is during your burst cycles. But you can see here, it is moving around chaotically. I'm trying to keep up with it. And I think I'm about to fail one here in just a second. And you can see... Nope, I get this one. I think it's right as they come out of burst. I have to reload. Yeah, right here. I fail the rings. So, what this just did is this reset his mechanic. So now it's rolled back, and now if I failed that next sequence, he would do a very big damage AoE attack that's going to screen wipe everything. So you would, if you do fail 2 in a row, go ahead and just back out. You're 99.9% not living through this. There was some rare occasions where I could with one unit, because maybe the Indomitability off of Blanc popped and that unit stayed in, and I was able to get, you know, the last like 300,000 damage or something like that. But normally, don't risk it, just reset it. If you're going to be getting close to beating it, you're beating it. It's normally not I'm always coming up short. It's normally you're short or you're not. So we get back in the game, we let the rings go, and I think I end up doing one more, just for the sake of the video. I think I'd try to get one more failure in here. Yeah, I was about to fail, but we beat it. So, it's a very short fight when you have damage. Now again, I'm going to show you right here that my units definitely were damage carry. Of course, Noir's best girl of the team. And Scarlet did the most damage. Now, also something to note is that Summer Niece was buffing Scarlet. Like I said, she doesn't belong in this comp, really. It's more here because I can, with where I'm at. And this is what's cool. Once you get to this point, you can start using more. But there is definitely something said for trying to play this correctly. But Scarlet did the most damage, and then my Noir was right behind again because she's set up to be the primary burster. I played around with a couple different comps on this. I've seen people do this with A2. I've done this with A2 personally myself, just as a meme. I tried using my last shot team. They're not invested in enough for me to do it yet. Because most of the units in that have 0 investment. So outside of the Summer Niece investment, and Tia Naga had a little bit, but it's not enough for me to justify trying to get the RNG to line up on cycling the burst just right. That, to me, just wasn't worth it. But this one's, I think, probably the easiest, but the hardest one to do because of the touch mechanic. So if you are a mobile player and you are really struggling and you don't have a good computer, that's probably going to be where you're going to slow down with progression here, is getting through this one to 9. But as soon as you get the gear from the others, these next 3 are much easier to deal with long term. Gravedigger is just one of those fights where once we get past Train, everything gets easier, as I said, in terms of play in progress. Train is going to be the most annoying one for you, but after this, we get into Gravedigger. It's typically the next 4 days are a breeze for wherever you're at. So if I was to recommend teams, make sure you have things in your resilience cube if you haven't put that in there, because reload speed is king. Make sure that you are dealing with shotguns, rocket launchers, things that are able to, specifically I prefer shotguns. Work around a shotgun team if you can't, bring out, Modernia as like in Anis's spot. Like I said, for me, it's more because I didn't want to use Modernia. I don't want her everywhere. I don't want to use the same team. And even though this is, like I said, even though it's close to the same team, I'm trying to mix it up. I'll probably end up moving this over to my last shot team once they get geared. For being real, just something different to do. And that'll be mostly just brute force, even though I can probably clear it faster with this. Dala's great. Litter's great. The Bunny Twins are great here. I've used Viper here. I've used AdMe here as a test. It just really depends on what do you have on your account. And most of these really, this is why I don't want to really dive into team comps. And I know there's going to be people out there who are going to probably watch a video and they're going to dive into, well, use this team comp, use this. No, we need to talk to you more. It's more important about you breaking those rings that you saw and knowing that you can technically fail around without it going back to, but without just being done. There are some of these ring checks where you're done. You fail one, it's over. In this case, it's not over. It cycles back around, and you just have to get that next one, excuse me, guaranteed on that next run, and you're back in the game. And it's a very forgiving, fight as long as you can keep the damage consistent up. Hopefully, this one's one that you can breeze through. Again, there's not really a lot to go on here. It's really just as simple as keep up the rings, stay shooting, pray for shotguns. As soon as you get damage, this thing's a cakewalk. So if you guys have any questions about this one, hit me up in the comments below. I'll be happy to help you guys out. Good luck. I know your PTSD runs strong from doing the last version of Gravedigger, but new players, fear not. It is soon you will be working your way to Tier 9 manufacturer gear, hopes and dreams being shattered by custom modules only or nothing. And then when you do finally get that Tier 9 manufacturer gear, it's abnormal. And only abnormal. And that's all you ever see is abnormal. And then you're just like, why is this in the game? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.